Hi everybody, it's Harry Drake. This is my reflection on assignment 2. Thank you all for indulging me with the use of my webcam. Practice makes perfect. And what I've learned with that is to stop trying to make jokes. Just give everybody the facts as quickly as possible. In that regard, my group did social learning and how social media is used in that type of education. My part was to cover best practices. I focused on apprenticeships. Apprenticeships, think of it as hands-on learning. Most apprenticeships, we'll go into those, to different types, use constructivist or social constructivist theories of education. My group was awesome. Cheryl set up Padlet for us to use, and I just took a quick screenshot of it. Chario chose our web pages, which I just used her template, and it was my colleagues did a great job in doing the heavy lifting, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. I thought this project would be so simple. 3 days after I started collecting my resources, NPR had this great article about office workers using a collaboration software, Slack, to organize their home lives, get their kids organized. And how hard is this project going to be if I'm hearing about it on the radio? And it turned out to be very difficult. These are my blog choices. Within 2 weeks, none of them gave me any information I could use in this project. I started doing searches and started coming up blank with good social media use and apprenticeships. Let's go to my presentation real quickly. My presentation starts out traditionally with Jean Piaget, a well-known social constructivist theorist. He basically puts forth the idea that we see other people doing things, we take in that information, and then we try to do it. In your lesson plans for teaching strategies, you would call that modeling and rehearsal, or modeling and guided practice. From there, my presentation starts to fall apart in its effort to show social media being used correctly in cognitive apprenticeships. At this point, I'd like to jump to my conclusion. I'm starting to run long now. There are 2 kinds of apprenticeships. One's traditional. I served one as a carpenter, where you work in the field for 4 years, 1 day a week. You go to school and learn from books and from master carpenters how to build things. Modern cognitive apprenticeships are more like medical training for doctors and nurses. Best uses of social media for residencies for medical doctors is being part of communities, online communities for patients. The patients build support groups on social media, and they very much enjoy having young doctors join their groups and listen to their problems and give feedback. And that kind of education and what those young doctors are doing fits well with social media use and constructivist theories. I'm not afraid to say it, but what I found a lot of is just failure to use social media properly at all. For some reason, nurses cheating with social media seems to be all the rage in quite a few reports. We don't see that with residencies at all. I would have to dig deeper. There seems to be some kind of political axe to grind with nursing education. I'm unsure. Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for this course. I've learned a lot, and I just can't wait to get to writing my reflection for the whole course. I was super surprised at how difficult it is to find social media use in education. It's just not being used properly, if at all. Thanks.